Welcome to Thriver TV, the place to break free with true solutions to heal for real from narcissistic abuse and painful relationship patterns. More than just information to survive, you are granted the tools to thrive. Before I get into today's video, I just want to mention my Breakthrough Healing Workshop, which I'll be doing 2 sessions on the 19th and the 20th of December. This is one of my most powerful events where you get to spend an entire day with me learning about the Thriver way to heal the trauma, heal your gaps, and become narcissist free. If you're still struggling with the pain and trauma, I can't recommend this event enough. It's going to be a great way to put an end to what's been such a difficult year. So click the link that appears now or go to melanietoniaevans.com/digital pass. There are certain people who are targeted by narcissists. Is that you? Today you're going to find out if that is you and why certain people are and why other people aren't. Okay, so before we get into this really important, insightful topic, I just want to express my gratitude for all of you who support the Thriver mission and are helping the world to realize that we can heal for real from narcissistic abuse. And I just want to remind you, if you're not yet subscribed, please do so you'll get notified each new time that I do another release. Okay, so let's start with the first point that I want to talk about today, which is, why does a narcissist need to identify a target? All right, I want you to think about a predator. So let's think about a lion that needs to make a kill. It needs to make a kill with the least amount of effort because this is how predators operate. They're going to look, for example, for the injured gazelle at the edge of the pack. Now, why is that the case? It's the case because energy resources are precious. So what that means is to secure a feed has got to take less energy than the effort produces. Otherwise, what is the point of the effort? Now, narcissists operate in exactly the same way, and I'm going to explain why. Because with a narcissist, there is no true self inside. A narcissist can't produce and they can't generate their own energy. They have very limited energy resources, and they're after narcissistic supply, which is the attention and the acclaim that feeds them the knowing that they exist. So if they're going to produce more energy to get the feed of the energy, there will be no point to it whatsoever. So the energy that's needed for the false self to prop up is all important. That's what their false identity needs. So a narcissist needs to get narcissistic supply quickly. So what does that mean? It means connecting with somebody. So it could be a friendship, it could be a new love relationship, it could be a partnership deal, so really what they're after is energy, attention. Good or bad, it really makes no difference. But of course it's going to be good at the start because that's how they hook you in. So they're after acclaim, they're after significance, and they're after stuff. They want the key to the goodies, which is the wealth, the notoriety, the sex, the ego feed, whatever it is that's going to help secure their false image, their fantasies, and the lifestyle that they like to project and portray to others. So they've got to do that quickly. I just want you to get that through your head because it's important to understand. Which takes us to our next point is, how does a narcissist identify a target? They're going to do that quickly. They're going to sidle up to you. They're going to question you. They might mimic your body language and appear as really warm and caring and attentive. But what they're really doing is they're sizing you up very, very quickly to see if you start warming to them, if you start trusting them. And with the questioning, they're going to find out what it is that you have missing in your life or what's hurt you, because they're going to purport to be the supplier of what's missing, or the savior of what's hurting. And then they're going to sense your reaction. Does this light you up? Are you excited? Are you relieved? Are you accommodating? Are you responding as if you found the missing piece to what you've been looking for? Or are you someone who hasn't granted the narcissist that information? Or even if you have, are you somebody that stands or sits in your own energy and don't just fall into their energy? Are you not welcoming them? Are you not slipping into being the person that is waiting for the person that they're purporting to do? They're going to work out, are they going to get access to your life, your heart, your soul, your body, or not? And if not, and if they're not likely to get what they're after, which is access, narcissistic supply, and the key to the goodies, they're going to move on. They're going to move on. So if you have granted them access to your inner vault, that's a huge, big green light. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you were dating and you were to tell a narcissist that you've been cheated on by your exes. The narcissist may say to you something like, monogamy is such a big thing for me. I've always been monogamous. I cannot understand how people are like that. And you go, oh my God. And they sense that. That's a big green light. Let's say that you're wanting to look for a business partner and they came in for an interview and they found out that you don't have the confidence to go after contacts and network, and they tell you that's their forte and you get all excited. That's a big green light. Now, I want you to know this. Over the years, I've had narcissist contact through my blogs and other methods, and they have written to me and they have bragged about how easy this is for them to get people to trust them and get access to their lives, their money, their bodies, and their hearts virtually overnight. And I know that many of you are beautiful and wonderful, trusting, lovely people who always have great intentions. You would never hurt anybody else. But if we don't realize that it's essential to take your time and have healthy boundaries and get to know people's characters before you believe what comes out of their mouth, then you are not just susceptible to being let down and disappointed, you're also susceptible to being abused and even destroyed. So let's look at the next point, how to not be a narcissistic target. First of all, I'm just going to tell you that your best defense always is to be very focused on your own development. Because if you're not needy, if you're not empty, if we're not desperate to find a savior outside of ourselves, well then we're not nearly as susceptible to falling on that hook and falling for that trap that they set. And after you've been narcissistically abused or traumatized by interpersonal relationships, it's really, really important to learn about taking your time to get to know people and trusting yourself, especially your inner voice, your intuition, because we all have an amazing intuition, and we know, you know, that when you haven't listened to it and you've gone ahead regardless, that you've paid a shocking price. And our intuition is very, very accurate. It's telling us not to just allow people, not to be reckless and allow people into our heart, money, body, home, and life before doing the due diligence and taking our time to get to know them. And in a business sense, it totally means dotting the I's and crossing the T's with all of our business deals. Stop being so nice, stop being so accommodating, and stop being so trusting. And it also means that when your inner voice speaks up and something doesn't feel right, that you've got enough power within you to have the conversations that need to be had. Ask the right questions. Ask for proof. Ask for credibility. And stand in that integrity. Good people will stand, respect that, and meet that. Narcissists, bad actors, and liars will be flushed out. And they will, if they get angry or upset, this is the other thing that we have to grow ourselves up enough to be able to handle. We have to be able to risk what I call the fears of crap, which means the fears of criticism, rejection, abandonment, and punishment if we speak up and honor ourselves and lay boundaries. And that's part of being a healthy adult in your own body. We have to get past the wanting everybody to like us. Because you know what? There's an old saying that if you're not willing to piss other people off, you're going to piss yourself off. Which means you're actually going to get hurt and even abused. And of course, this takes inner development to have that level of maturity and power. It takes getting past our childhood wounds. It takes having an honest inventory of looking at our lives and being about honest where we didn't back ourselves, we didn't speak up, stand up, and what happened when we didn't. You know, those times where we had that inner feeling and we just talked ourselves out of it. We justified it. We said, oh no, I think I've got that wrong. It'll be okay. And even apart from the intuitive message, we know that we were acting reckless, we weren't dotting the I's and crossing the T's, and we weren't doing the due diligence, and we weren't looking after ourselves properly. And you know what I'm talking about because I know that you've experienced it. And our healing and our thriving really means that we've got to start being honest with ourselves, and we need to get past the notion of blaming other people when we go, well, that's disgusting. They're really bad people and people should never do that, and people shouldn't be duplicitous and lie and manipulate. And if you stay in that, you're being a victim and you're going to be powerless. If you get stuck in other people are terrible and not to be trusted in your own righteousness, well then I'm just going to be so honest with you lovingly. You need to grow the heck up. And I had to as well. And I want you to know that you don't have to do this development and evolution alone. We have in this community so many resources to help you, which is my YouTubes, my blogs, my healing programs, and also the amazing NARP community forum, which, you know, is part of your coaching and your development and your help to be able to heal up, to become the person that you need to be able to be free from narcissists. Okay. So, you know, I hope that this straight talk we've had today can really help you. And I really want you to understand that not everybody is targeted by narcissists. That is a complete victimized lie. Because when you've done development and you do stand up and you do lay boundaries and you trust yourself in your own body to be a mature adult looking after you because it's your job, you will not get targeted by a narcissist. You're not going to be that lame gazelle at the edge of the pack. You're going to be a big, strong bison in the middle of the pack. You are not going to be a target. And as that bison, as that boundary beast, you've become your own guardian, adult, and empowered protector, which is your job. And the beautiful thing about that is you lead the way for the other people that you care about in your life, like your children. Your children, by your example, learn to stand in their power too. Okay. I would love you, if you resonate with this, I would really love you to let me know in your comments. And also ask any more questions about this that you have. And more than that, I'd love you to understand what this inner development really entails. And you can do this by coming into my 3 keys to thriving after narcissistic abuse workshop. And the link to that is at the top right of this video. And we're really going to go through this deeply so you understand from the inside out how to step into that level of power where you will become impervious and free from narcissists, impervious to and free from them, where they won't be able to target you and take you in. So I really hope that this helps, and until the next one, keep smiling, keep healing, and keep thriving. And please remember to like and share this video to somebody who still fears narcissists. Lots of love. Bye-bye.